My name is Elmo Carlos Gomez. I am a youth organizer with the Community Rights Campaign and a member of the Brother Son Selves Coalition in Los Angeles. I am here today to explain to you how AB 549 is not just another bill, but a form of action to improve our schools. In all honesty, these are difficult issues to talk about. The conditions in our schools still affect me, people in my family, and people in my community. But I believe that this bill offers the opportunity to improve conditions for all students by focusing on the types of adults and programs at school that actually reach youth in a meaningful way. I grew up in the Mar Vista Garden housing projects where youth in my community have always struggled to get an education and still continue to. Of the youth I grew up with, only 4 of us graduated. But I feel very fortunate to have graduated from Central High School in the year 2011. But before I transferred to Central, I attended Venice High School. My school environment was not encouraging me to develop myself as a student. There was no programs that made me feel that I was a part of the school community. Instead of adult guidance and support, there was a very strong police presence at my school. Police were the first ones that we saw when we came at school, and we saw them constantly roam the hallways. It was difficult to do my best in this environment. Instead of a haven from the violence in the street, it honestly became an extension of that. I struggled and was frequently sent out of class and was eventually pushed out of school before I could have a conversation with the counselor or any other alternatives to try to keep me in school. In Central High School, I was exposed to just about the exact opposite approach. The staff knew us and showed us that they cared about our success, both personal and academic. The school was located in the housing projects with students that faced all the same challenges, but the environment and the perspective of the staff changed everything for us. I now run a youth leadership program in East Los Angeles with the Community Rights Campaign. I've observed restorative justice at Roosevelt High School. Restorative justice creates a space for students where they can talk to each other without violent and punitive consequences. And it is the only safe space that a lot of students have. This approach works in schools and in communities, and schools should commit to not to use police and courts to handle student behavior. But we are not there yet. We're losing students when they get sent away from school to court, and we lose even more when they get arrested. The students that are most affected by this are Black and brown students, and are usually from communities like mine. I am confident that this bill will help us keep young people at school, and hopeful that every student, no matter where they come from or what circumstances they face, can have a positive future and have experiences that I eventually came to have in my school. Assembly members, I encourage you to think about this bill as a form of action towards creating a true and a real positive school environment, and not just another vote.